Session 0 of the Star Wars Time Show's D&D adventure. It is yet to be named, but this is a fun little experiment that we're trying. We hope you all enjoy it. So without further ado, let's get into our game. A little bit of scene setting for all of our players. Our story begins in a galaxy in the midst of upheaval. Not long ago, the decades-long reign of the Galactic Empire came to a fiery end when the Emperor, his apprentice, and their newly constructed Death Star were destroyed by the Rebel Alliance. In the years since, the New Republic has attempted to fill the power vacuum left behind, but in the outer reaches of the galaxy, where even the Empire was hesitant to go, lawlessness and unrest have spread. While some planets have maintained their independence and rule of law, others have fallen under the heel of warlords and brigands. In this atmosphere of change and uncertainty, we descend onto a planet that was once a vibrant agricultural oasis, but is now a shell of its former self. Red rock dust and dirt whip through the air of Bandamere as the day nears its end. The deep red sunlight, partially obscured by the mining dust that is now permanently embedded deep in the planet's atmosphere, starts to fade as the sun dips below the horizon. As the sunlight fades, sandblasted streetlights illuminate a small town square lined with dirt streets and small shacks scattered about. At the center of the square, a neon sign that reads, Alpha Ray Cantina and Inn buzzes to life as dust-covered workers start to stream in. It's dimly lit inside the tavern. A few of the lights in the cantina are completely burnt out and more are blinking. The floor is made of stone, almost as if the building itself were placed here rather than built. When the Empire takes over a planet, they don't build long-lasting structures. They bring in ready-made buildings that can be dropped in quickly and left behind when they're finished. The walls, ceilings, and bar are all made of now stained and rusted Durasteel from weathering and poor upkeep. Behind the bar are 5 metal silos with different colored drinks in them and a green-skinned, yellow-eyed Duros bartending. As the tables start to fill, we find a hooded figure sitting alone at a small table near the back of the cantina. Trevor, can you introduce us to your character?
Yes, my character is a Zabrek, with orange skin and 7 or 8 horns on his head. He's about age 26, so young. He's wearing white robes and a gray cloak over the top of that with 2 sort of metal shiny gauntlets on them, on his arms, just his arms and his forehead, his hands, and he is fairly calm.
Awesome. What's your character's name, by the way?
Oh, you want the name? Oh, okay. My name is Zavu Gaz.
Zavu Gaz. So Zavu, you've only been on this planet. You've only been on this planet a short time, but you have learned one piece of information that you were searching for. He was here about 6 months ago.
Oh boy.
He said he was going to Tatooine after he refueled. So you have another lead, but you don't have a way to follow it. You're on this planet with no ship. You also have learned that this planet has known suffering at the hands of a Force user in the recent past. So as you sit here, knowing what you know, and knowing that you don't have a ship to follow your next lead, what's going through your mind?
So I don't know where. All I know is that he was here. He's not here.
And he said he was going to Tatooine after.
Oh, he's going to. Oh, okay.
He was.
Okay,
that was 6 months ago. So he has probably then gone to Tatooine. May be there, may not be.
Okay. and I'm sitting at the bar.
Yeah. So what's your mindset right now?
I'm a little agitated that I've missed him yet again. He manages to keep ahead of me regularly, and I'm always either years or months, or on one occasion a week or two behind him. But at least it's a lead. There were times that a couple of years went by where I lost complete track of him. So I'm a little agitated, but at least I have a lead, somewhere to go, somewhere to check again. But getting a little tired of this, and I want to somehow just bring closure.
Absolutely. As you sit there contemplating your next move, how you can get to your next destination, you see two characters walk into the bar. They don't seem to be as dusty as the miners that usually fill the spaces and the tables in the bar. Matt and Trevor, can you please introduce us to your characters?
Jared.
Or not Jared. Matt and Jared, not Trevor. So Matt, you can start. Who do we see walk into the bar?
Yub Nub. I am Chief Matlu, exiled from Endor for transgressions committed against rival Ewok tribes. Me, a berserker. Me, full of rage. Yub Nub.
Yub Nub. Jared, introduce us to your character, please.
My character's name is Surt Dorkoth, and I am a Tognath. Kind of like Two Tubes from Rogue One. And he's about he's 30 years old, 180 pounds, about 6'1" or so, and proficient with a disruptor carbine. And he is a bounty hunter. And he left his planet long ago, after the Empire kind of left it in ruins, to pursue bounty hunting just to make some money and bring it back to his family. But once he came back to his family was kind of pissed off that he decided to be a bounty hunter and then banished him. But he's still a good dude, so he left all of the money he made still for the family, and then left because his family asked him to. And now he's just hanging out with an Ewok.
Excellent. You two make your way into the bar. There's an open table that's very close. The bartender, you guys have been on Bandamere for about a week now. A very similar situation. You've been to this bar before. You've seen a lot of the patrons. The bartender nods as you walk in and brings you two over glasses of a green viscous liquid that you've had before. As you sit down and the bartender brings you your drink, you guys have been here a week. You're starting to get a little annoyed. You were here because your contact, Misco Hayes, was supposed to be here to meet you and bring you off to your next job about a week ago. During your time here, you've only seen two ships come and go from the spaceport that's closest to you. The ship that dropped you off, and one that quickly came in for a refuel and left within minutes. Your contact is not here, and now you're beginning to. Now you know that he hustled you. He put you here. He took your money. He asked for an advance just to get some fuel to get here to get you. He hustled you out of your money, out of your time, and now you're stranded on this planet. So for both of you, knowing that you've been hustled, what is going through your mind knowing that you're stuck here with no way off currently?
Dank Ferric. How did we get screwed again by this guy? I am
Mud
pissed.
Scuffer.
We're stuck here, man. We're never going to get out now. Why do we always get ourselves in these situations? Frickin' Misco Hayes.
Hey, it happens. at this point, I don't really care about a whole lot anyway, so whatever.
Right. So as you two take your seats, somebody that you recognize approaches the table. Middle-aged man, wrinkled brown skin with a mop of gray hair, leans down towards both of you and quietly says, "Tomorrow, midday, patrol craft, docking bay C." And he walks off. Matt and Jared, you recognize this man as Prew, P-R-E-W. He is a spaceport worker that works at the nearby spaceport that you paid off to let you know when incoming ships were landing, and that ships would be there for longer than just a refuel. This is the first time that he has given you a lead, and as soon as you hear that, you know what you have to do. Prue walks away, and as Prue walks away, Matt Lou, your holocom goes off in your pocket. You can hear it. Bleep, 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 bleep. Pull out the holocom. On the comm, a blue translucent figure pops up. A woman that looks in her early 40s says, "How's everything going with the Misco job?"
Well, boss, it's going great, but it's going to take us a bit more time.
So she leans in. You recognize this woman. Both of you recognize this woman as Rayla Grush. She is a smuggling contact that you've been working with pretty regularly for the past few months as you guys start to try to build your name and get some recognition in the galaxy. She's the one who hooked you up with the small role that you guys had working with Han and Chewie in your past job. Rayla leans in and says, "He hustled you again, didn't he? He got you guys again, didn't he?"
How do you always figure this stuff out? Yeah, we got duped. So what?
But
you know we're good for it.
We've got a great
I
lead
know
for
that
tomorrow.
you're good for it. Well, look, listen, I knew this was a possibility. This guy, I told you guys to not work with this guy in the past. But hey, if you can make your way to Tatooine, I have some work for you. So if you guys can somehow find your way here, I know you're on your ass right now, but guess what? If you can get here, I have work for you, and we can work something out.
What do you think?
As
Should we
this
do
conversation,
Yeah, that's right now. That's our only lead.
it? Sounds good
We
to
need
me.
that job.
as this conversation happens, Zavu, I would like you to make a perception check.
Okay. This is where I'm going to need some help.
Yep, so if you look on, get your D20, so your 20-sided die.
Yep,
If you look
got
on
my
your
20.
character sheet, underneath your wisdom score, you should see perception.
Right,
And
it's
if you
plus
have
two,
a
so-
plus to
okay.
it,
Yep. Not very good. That's a 9.
hey, it's a small bar. A lot of people haven't started, a lot of people are standing at the bar waiting for their drinks. Conversation hasn't broken out yet. You hear this conversation go down a few tables away. You hear a few key things. You hear Tatooine, which is where you need to go. You hear the contact on the holocom say, if you can get here, we can make something happen. You know that's where you need to go. So now you know that there are people in here who have a similar purpose to yours. What do you do when you hear this conversation between these two figures that maybe you've seen in passing in the last few days? How do you proceed from here?
I am going to call the bartender over, and do I notice what they're drinking, or are they drinking yet?
So you saw as the as they sat down, the bartender brought over a cup of a green viscous liquid. You recognize this as one of the drinks behind the silo bar, and you also noticed that when the holocom hung up, Chief Matlu slammed that drink down, so he's empty on his drink.
Okay.
And Cert the Tognath has been nursing his a little bit, but he's definitely put a small dent in his drink.
Okay, so I'm going to order 2 drinks from the bartender. I'm going to call the bartender over. Please bring 2 drinks to that table. When I go over there, I'm going to make my way over there. And
Okay.
actually, I'm going to wait for the drinks. I'll bring them over myself.
All right, so bartender
How much
walks
does
on
that
over.
cost?
2 greens. All right. Says 5. You give him 5 credits for the
Okay.
drinks. He walks them over to the bar, and you guys, without having ordered a drink, see the bartender come over and bring you over another round.
So I was going to bring it over with.
Oh, you're going to bring it over yourself.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
take them
so
over. Yep.
you see a tall, relatively built Zabrak walk over towards you in a full white cloak. Is your hood up or down, Zavu?
The hood is down.
Hood is
The
down,
horns are prominent.
and you can see his horns. He walks over with 2 glasses of the beverage you 2 were just drinking.
Right. Good day, gentlemen.
Look at this guy. Does he think he's a Jedi or something?
I noticed that you were sans drink, and I thought I would bring you a couple of drinks. How are you today?
Hey, I don't know about the robes. Yub nub, but I always take a free drink.
Who
Same.
wouldn't? Forgive me. I happened to be sitting at the bar, and I overheard a little bit of your conversation.
All of the collectibles in Dathomir. First, here are the creatures
Good Lord.
that are
Hang on. Sorry.
I told you this guy was drunk.
I overheard your conversation, and I heard something about Tatooine. Do you happen to be going to Tatooine?
Yub nub. What do you think about this guy? Little eavesdropping? I don't know about this. Did you use a Jedi mind trick on us or something? What do you mean
Is he with-
Tatooine?
Is he with Visco or whatever?
I'm not a Jedi.
Hey, you better not be. We know,
What's it to
we
you
know
for
some
going to
former
Tatooine?
Inquisitors.
I mean no harm. I'm just looking for some travel to Tatooine, and I am without a ship. I do have some credits. If you're looking for that, I can pay you up front, or I can help you if you happen to have some sort of need of a person of my skill on a job.
Well,
Matt, we don't really
he
we don't
said,
really know what we're getting ourselves into with this.
I
Maybe this guy
know,
could
but
help.
he used our favorite word, right? Credits. So
So Zavu, you have about 500 credits on you right now.
Mhm.
You know that's not a ton,
Mhm.
but you also know that it could be enough to get you where you're going.
Mhm.
For Cert and Matlu, you guys right now are sitting on roughly 1,500 to 2,000. You guys are sitting on about 2,000 credits. Cert, you gave your 2,000 that you got from the job with Han and Chewie as an advance to Misco. Unfortunately, that's gone. But Matlu, you still have about 2,000 credits. You know that's not enough to buy a ship for sure. Ships don't come cheap now in this galaxy, especially in the Outer Rim. But any credit is a good credit, right? Can I get insight checks from both Matlu and Cert? You can find your insight under wisdom,
I'm
and it'll
a
tell you if you have.
+0.
All right, so roll that D20, roll that 20-sided dice, and tell me what you get for both of you. And if you have a score to add, Cert, you can add it to it.
I just rolled a 13.
14.
So what
14.
do I do with that?
So now, basically, how insight works is, if you're trying to understand like somebody's intentions, if they're lying, if they're hiding something from you, insight is what you usually want to check them with. So what I'm allowing you guys to do is like get a little bit of insight into Zavu right now. So Zavu, you're being completely honest right now. You don't have to roll deception, but I would like you to roll a persuasion check.
Mm-hmm. God, don't get dice with that is a 13.
13. Okay. So you matched Matt, and then you and Jared, you beat it. You guys can both tell that this guy is just looking for passage. He's not trying. It doesn't seem like he's trying to hustle you. It doesn't seem like he's, a secret bounty hunter that may be out there hunting you guys down for some reason. He generally does seem like a guy that's just kind of down on his luck, like you are, and looking for, at the very least, passage to his next destination.
Cool. Do we do anything with that roll with the insight? Like,
nope.
Just leave
it. That's it. That's so you get the information. You get that information based off of your insight roll into like Zavu's intentions. Basically,
okay. I don't have
trying to see what his
anything.
No, you can. Yeah, now that the roll is done, it is. We are good.
Cool.
All right. So, the interaction continues between you two. So now you two know that this guy's just looking for a ride. So how do you approach your conversation from here?
Well, we're going tomorrow on a lead we have, and this might get dangerous. So if anything happens to you, it's not going to be necessarily our responsibility.
I don't want to be your charge. I don't want you to feel any responsibility from me. Do you have a ship?
Do you have credits?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Do you have credits? Then we'll let you know if we have a ship.
I do have some credits. I also have skills. So again, if there's something that I could help you with...
We may have a ship. Like my partner just said, you can come with us tomorrow morning.
I'm sorry. You are... I'm Zavu. Right. Zavu Gaz. And you are?
Chief Matlu.
Search Dorkoth.
Very nice to meet you, gentlemen.
Hey.
What brings
you
here?
Good to meet you too. You seem like an honest guy.
I don't know
what
about the roads,
What brings you here in the
though.
first place?
Business,
Yeah, nothing you need to worry about. Don't worry about it. We'll just work on our ride. You don't need to know why we were here. I still don't trust you based on the way you look.
Well,
distrust.
Hey, I knew a Zabrak back in my day, and he wasn't so bad.
Now, Zavu, can you give me an insight check into? I'll allow you to roll an insight check into these two.
Yeah, I was just going to ask that. So, is this something we should be asking you to do? Or,
you can't, like, if
helping us, I know that, so I appreciate that.
If you want to, you can ask. Like, if you feel like you want to gain more information into like their particular reasons behind things, you can definitely ask me for rolls. So feel free to do that. Doesn't have to be. You can ask for rolls on anything, and I will let you know how that goes.
Right.
So, what did you roll for your insight?
A 4.
4. Okay. Both of you go ahead and give me perception or not perception, persuasion or deception checks. You can choose. Just let me know which one you rolled and tell me what your score was. Persuasion and deception are both under charisma.
I rolled an 18.
18. Did you choose deception or persuasion?
Well, since I'm acting pretty shady, I'll go deception.
I'm going to roll persuasion. Okay. And I rolled a 6.
6. Okay. So, based off those rolls, Zavu, what you can gain is they're definitely being cagey, but it's not surprising that they're being a little bit cagey given the fact that they don't know you. It's a very Bandamere itself is a planet that not a lot of people end up on.
He has horns coming out of his head, for Christ's sake.
Yes, you're an intimidating. You also strike an intimidating pose, especially next to an Ewok. An Ewok who's smaller on the size scale, but
4 feet.
You can't really get a read into their intentions. I'll tell you that much. People who end up on Bandamere, like you, like this group has, tend to be here for either quick stops and then they're off, or if they're stuck here, likely are here on some sort of business. That's all that you would be able to glean from it. So at this moment, you know that Zavu, you know that you have a ride if you choose to take it and to be ready in the morning. Is there any?
I'm sorry. Did I get an answer? Do you guys have a ship?
I think they told you that they have a ship if you have the money. So
okay.
So at this moment, we've now Matt, Lou, and Cert. You know that you have a ship.
Yep.
That you can use tomorrow. Zavu, as of right now, you have a ride. Is there any other conversation that you would like to have before we go into a night's rest into the morning?
Have we agreed on any kind of specific fee, or is this something that is and we'll see what? I guess I could press it a little further and say, I don't want to dig into your business, but again, I have some skills. I'm good in a fight. If there's anything that you need, if you need some help, and I don't know what your business is. I don't know if you want to tell me what your business is.
Our business is making credits. While we appreciate your skills, we want your money.
That's a great business. Understood. What would you like for this ride?
Cert, what do you thinking?
You 200?
Cert,
I say 350 is good if you've got 350, and let's talk about talk about more later on, depending on if you get in our way or not.
Right.
350
so,
is.
As you guys agree on compensation, as you guys agree on your next moves in the morning, we will head to a night's rest for everybody. This is a cantina and inn. So for those of you who are interested, you can stay here. The rooms are 20 credits for the night. So you guys can, it's up to you how you choose to allocate the rooms. If Cert and Matlu want to share a room, you can do that for sure.
Yeah.
Zavu, one room is 20 credits. If you would like to you can just give that to the bartender and he can give you some keys for the night.
Okay.
Fantastic. So, mark 20 credits off of your total of your 500 total, Zavu, and then Matlu off of your 2,000 total. So now you're down to 1980 credits. And then
would we just do that Zavu, in notes, Nick, or is there a specific section?
You can do that in notes.
If you go to the equipment area, the little toolbox up there, you can actually put your credits in there.
There you go. You can put your total number of credits in there.
What was our start, Nick? 2,000?
Your start was 2,000.
Okay.
Yeah, I started with 2,000, and then Zavi, you started with 500.
Rapidly depleting.
Quickly depleting. But now you have your mission.
All right.
As we go to a night's rest, everybody pays off the bartenders. We go to our rooms for the night. Matt, Lou, and Cert, you guys kind of lay down for a night's rest. You know that there is work to do in the morning.
We keep each other warm at night.
Right. Huddle for warmth. The fur definitely helps to keep the
He's like a little teddy bear.
Yub nub.
Right.
Why I stick around with him?
Zavu.
Mm-hmm.
As you enter your room, your nightly ritual, as always, since your training had begun, is for you to have a meditation session before you lay down. As you enter your meditative pose, you aren't aware of it, but if anybody was in the room with you, they would see a light, dull glow kind of embody, like, go around your body as you enter your forced meditative stance. You've heard of, you've seen this before with your old master. When he would enter a meditative position, his glow was definitely a little darker, not as, yours is a very neutral color. Not that you've seen it before, but for those of you, for anybody who would be in the room while Zavu is meditating, you would see almost like a gray glow. It wouldn't be the voluminous and bright glow of Grandmaster Yoda from the Grand Republic days, but there is a glow for sure that embodies your form. As you enter your vision, or as you enter your meditative stance, you receive a vision, and this happens sometimes, especially when you're on planets that have known the Force in the past. Your vision starts blurred and then clarifies. You see Bandemir, almost as if you are floating above it in space. You see a vibrant, beautiful planet. Lush forests dominate large swaths of the land, and open rolling fields teeming with wildlife and foliage extend for miles into the horizon. You see people living happily on farms and homesteads all across this planet, and you can feel the peace that once permeated through this place. You can feel the spirit of the planet thriving at this moment. Your vision then swirls and darkens. You see massive ships descending through the atmosphere, carrying giant machines with them. Your vision blurs and clarifies again. The landscape of the planet has shifted from lush and vibrant to dark and desolate. You hear the sounds of drills penetrating the surface and picks smashing into rock. You feel the tension and despair of not only the people, but the planet itself. As the din of the machinery dies down, a new sound emerges. The sound of people rising up. This is our planet, not theirs. We will not destroy our homes anymore for an empire that only takes and never gives back. You hear crowds of people, no more, no more. Then you feel a presence envelop the entire planet. A darkness so powerful that it snuffs out even the smallest glimmer of light. You see him, a man that stands 7 feet tall, clad in black armor and a black mask with lifeless, unblinking black eyes. You don't hear this figure say anything, but you see him lay waste to any who opposed him. As you see him indiscriminately kill, you can feel the spirit of this world and its people die. Your vision ends there, and now you know what can happen to a place when all hope is systematically stomped out. You go into your night's rest.
Wow.
As the morning comes, you all meet down in the cantina again. You can grab breakfast. It's very simple protein packs. In fact, they are just given to you with the price of the room. So each of you has a protein pack that you can choose to eat or not. If you want to, you can just kind of store it in your notes in your inventory as like a day's rations. But for now, Matlu, insert, you know what you have to do. There are speeders. There are like, basically a shuttle speeder that runs between this little village that you guys are in the spaceport. It's only about a 40-minute ride. And there's no charge. It just takes people from the spaceport back to here. mostly unused. Usually this shuttle is empty, and usually the person who's driving it is just sleeping behind the wheel because there's nobody to bring. As you guys exit the cantina, you see the shuttle coming towards the town square. As it pulls up, a couple of people walk off. That signals to you two that the ship is probably there. So you step onto the shuttle and you guys make your way towards the spaceport. Is there any conversation that you guys want to have in the shuttle before you get to the spaceport? Basically, Matt, Lou, and Cert, you know you're gonna have to steal this ship. Like that's what you got to do. It's the first ship that's been on this planet long enough for you to even make a move on. And if you miss this one, you don't know when your next shot's gonna be. Zavu, you are under the impression that these guys are just taking you on their ship.
Yub nub. I think this plan's gonna work out after all. Do you see all those people? There's definitely gonna be a ship here for us to nab.
Yep. Wait, is Zavu here with us yet?
Zavu's here, so y'all are all on. Y'all are the only ones on the shuttle. There's nobody else on the shuttle. It's just you three. The driver this time around is a droid. It's like a very standard like protocol droid that's just boom boom driving back and forth. Sometimes
let's pretend you and I are a little bit further away from Zavu.
Okay, well, so Matt, Lou, and Cert, do you guys like take seats a little bit further away and try to have a private conversation?
Yeah.
Okay, so Zavu, you're kind of sitting up towards the front of the bus. Matt, Lou, and Cert move towards the back and take seats there.
Matt, Lou, if this is going to work out, we have to tell Zavu that we are stealing this ship. And he needs to know this because we need him to be ready. We need him to be quick. And if he doesn't know what's going on, none of us are getting off. So we're going to have to tell him this right away.
I don't know about that. I mean, we got to get those credits. And I mean, he keeps saying he has all these skills. So, you know, if something goes down, then he can protect himself.
That's why we get the credits now.
I say, yeah, let's get the credits. We'll get there. We'll still keep pretending like it's our ship. And, you know, hopefully we can just walk in and steal it and he won't even know we stole it. But if stuff gets a little hairy, like he said, he's got some abilities or something like that. Plus, look at his robe.
Okay,
Right.
So now I would like both Cert and Matt Lou to make stealth checks. That's underneath your dexterity. I'm using stealth a little bit differently here because y'all are trying to talk quietly. And Zavu, I would like you to make a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
All right, mine is a 14, and then I had a +1 already in stealth.
So 15 total.
18.
Ooh, I got a 19, and I had a +3 already.
So 22 stealth from Cert and an 18 perception from Zavu. So Zavu, you hear Matt Lou's side of this. And basically you can hear if anything goes down, he can take care of himself. He looks like he says he's got skills. And that's kind of what you hear. You don't really hear what Cert is saying back, but basically you can gather that maybe that they are not necessarily expecting something to go wrong, but if something happens, they're pretty confident in your ability to take care of yourself. Okay. So as that conversation comes to an end, do you guys want to approach Zavu and ask for the credits now, or do you want to wait until a different time?
I'm going to walk over to them.
Okay, so
Zavu comes. I see this sort of going down, and I hear what I hear. Gentlemen, is there anything I should be expecting when we get to the ship?
Nope, just credits in my paw.
And
Matt Lou,
and,
go ahead, sir.
And also, just when we say go, when we say run, when we say stop, whatever we have to do, you have to do that, or none of us are going to make it out of here.
Is there an issue with your ship?
No, there's no problems. He just likes to be prepared. Don't worry about it. Where's the money?
Matlu, make a deception check.
Insight check.
And then an insight check from Zabu, please. Yes.
That is a
4 for me.
21.
Oh no.
21
Shit.
insight and a 4
no,
deception.
He got me.
So, Zavu, something shady is happening. You now can tell that maybe they have a ship, maybe they don't, but this is not on the up and up. This is not going to be a simple, here's my credentials for my ship, let us walk on. You know that something a little bit unsavory could be happening here.
Cert, please be straight with me. I want to be prepared if there's anything I can do. I want to get to Tatooine, obviously, as badly as you do. But I don't like to be caught off guard, and I don't like to be lied to.
Well, I can tell you
Yub-nub.
seem like a pretty honest dude. I like Zabrax. We're stealing this ship.
Yub-nub!
Sorry, Matlu. We're stealing this ship, and the only way we're gonna do it is if you basically listen to exactly what we say and do exactly what we say to do.
You still owe us the money.
Hey, but yeah, we got you in on this. We could have done this on our own, but now we have you tagging along. We still need that 350 credits.
Just don't get in our way, pretty boy.
We'll see how much you need me or you don't need me, and maybe we'll adjust our price at that point. But here's 200 credits.
Okay, so he gives Cert, he gives you the 200 credits since you guys were holding the conversation. So Zavu, subtract 200 credits from your total, and then Cert, you may add 200 credits to your individual total. The ride goes on in relative quiet from here on out. As you guys, now all of you are in the know to what's going to be happening here. Ride goes on. And as you approach the spaceport, all of you know how this spaceport is laid out. It's a dual ring spaceport where the interior is open to the public. You can walk in. It's where everybody that is, onboarding or offboarding from their ships passes through to enter into onto the planet's surface. It's a very big ring right in the center of the public ring of the spaceport is an information desk that's helmed by a droid. You can see a screen above it that has Auerbesh writing scrolling down. All of you can read Auerbesh, and you can see incoming and outgoing vessels. To this spaceport, there's but one. There is the vessel that just landed and the people that you saw exit the shuttle in the village where you guys loaded in. There's no other scheduled landings for the rest of this day at the spaceport, and there's no scheduled departures from the spaceport today either. The inside of this is bare. I mean, there is the information droid that you guys see at the desk. There is one entrance into the secondary ring where the docking bays are, and it is guarded by an officer that is just wearing a very simple officer's uniform. And then off in the distance, you can see a wrinkly, brown-skinned man with a mop of gray hair cleaning up some of the side areas in the open section of the public ring. You've recognized this as Prue. Prue is simply a maintenance worker here, not a fighter. He's not of any use to you outside of just bribing and getting the information that you need. But he is here off in the corner on the opposite side of the ring to where the entrance is to the docking bay section. So you guys are now inside of the spaceport. Is there anything that you want to do in here before you approach the officer that is guarding the entrance to the docking bays?
Maybe we can ask Prue about if he knows anything about the ship and where it's from and who had it.
Now that I know what the plan is, what is the plan?
The plan is to steal that thing. And for you to give us the other 100 credits that you owe us.
All right. That's a great plan on the surface. What are the details here? How do you plan to get around security?
Have you seen me yet? I'll handle security. You two cause a distraction.
Is that how? So you have a possible distraction plan in place.
Kind of like the
is
better
there
plan
anything? So, how do you guys?
How far is the ship from? Do we know what ship? Have you told me? Is this the ship that we're stealing?
It's the only
the ship. It's the only ship
The
that's
only
here.
ship.
So,
Right.
like you saw on the information desk, there is one ship that landed. There's no ship that's leaving. There is one ship that's here. It's in docking base C. There are no other ships that are currently at this spaceport.
And what do we see around us? Prue is a maintenance person.
Yeah, Prue's a maintenance worker. He's off to the side, just kind of doing his job, cleaning up some refuse that's off on the side. You have the junior officer. Honestly, like, you can look at this officer. Everybody give me a perception check right now, actually. I'll give you guys a little bit more information.
4.
20, 30, 20.
30, 20, and then
11.
11. So Matt Lou, all you see is the door that you need to go through, and you know the ship there is behind you. That's what you see.
Yeah. Yum.
Davu, so you look around and you see, like, there is essentially nobody here.
Yeah, there's nobody in there.
There's nobody in here. There's Prue, who you know is just, like, you look this guy up and down and you're like, if anything breaks out here, he's going to run. Like, there's nothing that he is going to try to do to stop you guys. If anything, he would close his eyes and whatever happens. You scan the room. There's nothing in here in terms of, like, materials or items that you guys could potentially use, but you stare down that junior officer. This guy's green. I mean, this might be his first deployment, outside of the wherever he was trained at. This spaceport sees so few people that the two people that just came through may have been the only people that he saw. Matt Lou and Cert, you guys do recognize that this isn't the same person that was manning the door when you came in a week ago. It's a different person. So clearly there's been some sort of shift change since you've been here. And same for you, Zabu. It's not the same guy. You know that this is a kid. There are ways that you could probably get around him without resorting to violence.
And the droid that's at the information desk is just a simple service information
protocol droid.
Nothing.
In fact, as you walk up to it, you realize that this droid doesn't even have legs. Like, this droid is literally like built into a seat that is behind the desk, and his only purpose is to answer very basic informational questions about the spaceport, the comings and goings of ships, information about the planet of Bandamir itself. This droid couldn't get up if it wanted to.
Okay, I'm going to take these to the side. Of course, this all looks very good. I don't know if they've got what kind of security this droid has in the middle. I don't know if you are familiar with it. What we want is to get away here clean. We don't want people coming after us. So I can take care of the security guard. If he's any trouble, we don't have to resort to any kind of violence. And I think we can get in here pretty simply.
What are you going to do? Wave your magic hands at him or something?
As you like to say, that's my business.
Fair enough, Zavu.
Right. So,
Madlu, I think we can trust him if he wants to actually get leave and go to Tatooine. Like, why would we not trust him to let us get on this ship by ourselves without him? You know, I think it sounds like logical. It's not like he wants us to leave without him. You know.
And one of you can pilot this ship, right?
Yup, no.
I can pilot.
Yeah. So on your sheets, on your character sheets, I will say that whoever has the higher piloting score of the three of you is probably going to be the best pilot, and that's under intelligence.
I'm 0, so it's not me.
That's not me. No, you get me 0.
I have +2.
Well,
okay. So Jared, Cert is likely going to be your pilot to get you guys off this rock.
Once you hear the engines running, Zavu, just book it onto up to the bridge, and then
And how do I know that you're not going to take off without me and my 200 credits?
because we still want that other 150 credits. Or 250, or whatever it was. 150 more.
150.
We need the full payment, Yub Nub.
Full payment.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yub nub.
So you guys are going to casually walk away from me. I'm going to tell you I'm going to go to the guard. And Nick, I'm going to walk up to the guard. And I'm assuming that he's going to be watching the ship.
Yeah, so as you approach, you like get close enough, and you've been through this spaceport before. Basically, the ring around the outside that he's guarding the entrance to contains 4 docking bays. The one that is directly behind him is docking bay A. You guys are trying to get to docking bay C. So it is on the other side. So like there's one entrance to get in the ring, but then once you're in the ring, you have to walk around the perimeter to get to the individual docking bays.
Okay.
So basically, yeah. So
we're just going to make our way, I guess, in there, right? I mean, then there's really nothing stopping us, or
Coast is clear.
Just him. Yeah, just him guarding that door. So do you like approach for conversation?
No, we're just going to walk in like we belong in the place, and we're, taking the keys out.
Zavu, if you need to, throw me into him.
So, Matt, Lou, and Sir, you guys are kind of standing off to the side about 10 feet away. Zavu, you walk up to the guard. As soon as you walk up, he says, ship credentials, please.
And I am going to use Affect Mind on him.
Okay.
Whoa.
Which is...
Right.
Wisdom? No.
Let me look that up right now.
Wait a minute,
Yeah, it should be Force Powers.
He needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Gotcha. I see it. Yes. Must make a Wisdom saving throw. What is on your character sheet? It should say what your spell save is. It's going to be what it likely is it's your spell casting is Wisdom, correct?
Right.
It's your spell casting plus your proficiency bonus. So it's Wisdom +2. And then yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So it's
14, 15, 16. Yep.
Okay. So 16. He has to beat a 16 Wisdom save, I think. If that's wrong, then we'll catch it later.
Yeah.
But
I think that's it, right? I don't think there's anything extra that I have right now. I mean,
yeah, I don't think that there.
I'm gonna go take a
is
pee. I can
anything.
hear you all though.
Okay, so there we go. Okay, so your spell save DC is, or your force save DC is, we'll call this a 16 for this roll. So this guy is a junior officer. 16 Wisdom save. He is adding 0 to this Wisdom save. Got a 9, so he fails. So you affect his mind, and then what do you say?
Nice.
You've seen our credentials. We can move on.
Fantastic. As you say that, he says, "Oh, of course. I saw you guys walk through here earlier today. No problem." So you walk through, and then you wave at Cert and Matlu to follow. Usually on this, you would have to like do an additional roll. This guy's so junior that we're not going to worry about that. You successfully affect his mind, and you two are able to enter into the, or you three are able to enter into the ring. As you guys have walked in before, the ring is a full ring around the spaceport. You enter right in front of docking bay A. A is empty. B and D are here, and C is on the opposite side of the ring from where you are currently. So you guys kind of make your way around the spaceport ring, and as you approach docking bay C, first thing you see as you look in is all of you would notice this because this ship it looks like a modified Imperial system patrol craft. System patrol crafts were something that the Empire used basically in every system that was under their control during the reign of the Empire to just bounce in between planets to make sure that, everything was copacetic. If there was any sort of scuffle or outbreak of violence that happened, these ships would descend very quickly. They have, to your knowledge, all of your knowledge about this ship, they don't have hyperdrives, but you can already tell by looking at the ship from its exterior that this ship has seen some modifications. What you also notice is 2 security droids with carbine blasters at the ready as you walk towards it. as you get, so like they're not standing outside of the doorway into it, but they are kind of on either side of the loading like the loading ramp for the ship, and they're just standing there. For everybody here, I mean, you guys have encountered droids before, droid enemies before. These things don't look like they're very they don't look special. They look like run-of-the-mill security droids. Nothing that you couldn't handle.
Can I sneak up to them and deactivate them? Because I have technology. Is that a thing?
You can definitely give that a try. So first off, I would like you to make a stealth check if you're going to try to sneak in and deactivate them.
Are you guys cool with that?
Well, should we talk about this?
Jared,
hey, new guy.
Cert is.
I mean, listen. If you guys are impetuous and you just go off and do things, then go off and do things. I'm a little more cautious, but
I have +3 stealth and
sneak,
+2 technology, so that might be.
I may be able to disarm one of them.
Okay, how about I'll do one? Yeah, I'll do one of them.
I can kill both of them with my bare hands.
Do we need to create a distraction, or are they? I mean, do they see us coming? Are they
right now? I mean, they're not like they know that the security protocols for these droids are basically just built to detect anything that's encroaching on the ship. As of right now, you guys are just standing in the spaceport ring. You guys haven't even really entered into docking bay C yet.
I've got a plan. New guy, since you got us through the first door, we're going to take out the droids because I don't want you to think that you're not going to owe us the rest of the credits. So Cert and we're going to handle the droids. You just hang back.
Okay.
Let's not cause any undue attention to ourselves.
Don't worry,
if we don't
I'm a pro.
To.
So how are you guys approaching this? Are you Matt, Lou, and Cert? Are you guys going in guns a-blazing?
I'm an attacker, so I want a physical attack.
Is it possible for me to stealth one of them and he attacks the other one?
I will say that once
I can't without any force, so to speak.
So here's the situation. You know that basically if one of these things engages in combat, they will both go into combat mode. So if Matlu runs in and starts to wail on one of them, combat mode will automatically activate for the other. They're kind of linked in that way. Like I said, these droids are pretty run of the mill. It looks like, stuff that you guys have handled before in the past. So you have the option to, if you wanted to try to disable one of them before Matlu runs in, or you guys can take a physical approach to this. So
I'm paying you. So
listen, we've been sitting on this planet for a week. I haven't killed anyone in a month. I need to get some of this rage out of me, so I'm going after these damn droids.
All right, so this is what we'll say. Matlu, you take out your tech axes. You run in. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Okay.
So it will be roll a d20 and then add your initiative score to it.
Oh shit.
Your initiative score is probably on like the top of your character sheet somewhere.
I'm struggling to find initiative.
I can't find initiative.
Okay. So it's
I
gonna
got
be your
it. It's the hand.
Yep.
It's under the hand.
Go to the hand is all of your combat stats.
Right. Okay.
So if you look in there.
All right, Nick. So I rolled a 2 and I'm only a +1 initiative.
So you have a 3 initiative. So Matlu is acting on a 3 initiative.
I got a total 18. 18.
Okay. 14. All right. So here is Cert.
Nice going, Matlu.
And then Cert, you got an 18, right?
Yep.
18. Zavu, what did you get? 14?
14.
14.
3.
Matlu, you got a 3.
3 total.
3 total. And then, okay. So, as you guys approach, the junk droid on the left, like of your visual perspective, immediately just takes out his gun and fires off a shot at Matlu because you're the one, you're out there, ready to go, running in.
Yo, no.
He will make a blaster carbine attack at you. Now, Matlu, what is your armor class? That should also be under the fist.
15.
Armor class of 15. He lowers his weapon. Pew pew. The shots go wide and miss you completely.
Yes.
It is now Cert Dorkoth's turn. Cert, what are you doing?
So he took a shot and bounced off of.
Yeah, he took a shot at Matlu, the one on the left-hand side of the ship, and the shot missed. Now it's your turn. You're like Matlu's running in, and you know that when Matlu runs in, it's go time.
I'm just gonna whip out my disruptor carbine.
Okay, fantastic. So what I need you to do is roll a d20 and add 5.
At this point, Zavu has his face buried in his hands. He's like, "What am I doing with these idiots?"
Ooh, I rolled a 7, but I have a +5 with my disruptor carbine.
You do. So you rolled a 12 total. You fire, and the disruptor carbine, like the shot hits, but it doesn't impact past the metal exterior plating of the droid. So you do no damage. You hit, but you do no damage, unfortunately. That will now be Zavu's turn. Zavu, shit has broken out. There's the time for diplomacy has ended. Shots have been fired on both sides. What are you doing?
Yes, I love it.
Force disarm to the first one who shot.
Force disarm. Okay.
Force disarm. So creature must make a strength or dexterity saving throw. If the item is being carried, the save is made with advantage. On a failed save, the item is pulled directly to.
Okay. So you're trying to essentially, which one are you doing this to? Doing it to the one on the left that just fired shots, or doing it to the one on the right?
Fired at Matlu.
Okay. So you're going to do that. So this is being held. So this will be a roll made at advantage for the droid. I think we've established that your spell save DC is 16. It may say your spell save DC underneath your combat stats, so correct me if I'm wrong there, because I don't have the sheet now that you've updated it, but I'll get that from you after this.
Where is that? Light save DC max power on light attack modifier.
I mean, I think it's your wisdom plus your proficiency, so I think it's 16. So I think that
is the force. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm using for the force. So that
is your force casting ability.
Right, so 16.
Okay, so he needs to beat a 16 or have his weapon removed from his hands. He's going to make a dexterity saving throw. His dexterity save is +2, so I need to roll a 14 or higher to beat you with advantage.
Come on, Zavu.
First roll is a dirty 20.
Oh no!
So you go to pull with the force to get this gun out of its hand, and you see the droid, like you see the gun start to come, but you also see these metallic hands clamp down tightly on the grip, and the gun remains in its hand.
Damn you, Zavu!
Do you have a bonus? You have a bonus action or any movement that you would like to use? Because right now, Zavu, you're standing like right outside of the entrance to docking bay C, so you haven't quite entered. Matt Liu has rushed in. Cert is kind of standing right at that entranceway as well. The droids themselves are standing about 10 feet inside of the entrance. Would you like to close in, or do you want to keep distance?
So with a bonus move, can I ready something, or is that...
So readying an action would be like, you can only ready an action if you want to like hold your turn for like a specific trigger. Since you've already used your turn, you can't hold it. And you can't...
No. Like if I wanted to ready a lightsaber, light staff thing that I have.
Oh yeah, like you can draw your weapon and have it ready for the next round for sure.
Okay, I'm going to draw my weapon and I'm going to move back. Is there any cover whatsoever?
The only cover would be like the side, like you know how like if it's just an open like doorway leading into it, you can like stand for cover on either side of the wall next to the door.
I'm just going to dodge. I'm going to dodge behind Matt Liu.
You better get on your knees, bitch.
So you attempt to pull the weapon from the junk droid's hands that fired. You see that it clamps down and keeps a hold of it, and then you draw your tech staff, ignite it. You guys see Zavu busts out a dual-bladed lightsaber and ignites it. Zavu, what color is the blades of your saber?
Purple.
So you see he takes out a staff, and as he removes it from his cloak, hits a button, and two purple beams of light ignite from the side.
Whoa.
Holy rancors, look at this mud scuffer.
And you duck behind. Basically what you do is like you kind of like get in a drafting position behind Matt Liu, even though you're probably about 3.5 feet taller than him. But you are successfully behind Matt Liu, and I will give you, if he remains in that, we'll get to there later. You may have partial cover.
Partial.
You may have partial cover. All right, so that's Zavu. Junk droid number 2's turn. So the junk droid on the right is now going to lower his weapon, and he is going to aim at Cert, because Cert is the only one at this point who has actually made like physical contact.
Oh hell, I didn't even strike him with my axes yet.
Not yet. Your turn's next. So this droid is going to make a blaster carbine attack at you, Cert. Cert, what is your armor class?
Should be on the Neutronium mesh. So
yeah, if you look on your sheet, let's
15?
see here, 15. Your armor class is 15. Okay. Ooh, that's a natural 17 for a 21. So he hits. So Zavu, you see as like you try to pull the gun from one droid, the droid on the other side fires, and hits Cert.
Oh shit!
For 1, and he does 7 damage to you.
Oh, sorry,
Cert.
partner. My choices are
so you have
bad.
How much like HP do I have?
15.
So you have 11
damage. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
7.
So you have 11 HP. So now you're down to 4.
Oh shit! We almost killed Cert.
So is he physically down? Is he?
No. So you see that like he's not down, but he takes a shot like right into his shoulder.
I love this.
And you see like the smoking
All
kind of like
me.
you have like neutronium mesh armor that you're wearing, Cert, but this shot is like perfectly in the gap between where the armor pieces kind of come together.
My shot.
Oh, so you definitely have taken a pretty big hit.
No.
Now we're on to Matlu. Matlu, it is your turn now.
All right.
You're rushing in. You have your tech blades out. You saw the droid on the right just take a shot and hit Cert dead on.
Yeah, so that hits home for me. I'm shifting my focus to that droid, and I'm going for the kill.
Okay, fantastic. So what I need you to do is make an attack with your tech axes.
Okay, so
I believe with that you get a +4.
correct. And then a roll.
Roll 4. Yeah, roll the 20-sided dice and then add 4 to whatever you roll.
18.
18 plus 4 is 22. That definitely hits. So now you roll
Nice.
1d6 and then you add 2 to it.
What the hell's a D6?
The square dice, like a regular square dice.
Yeah. 7.
Okay, 7 total damage. You hit this thing, you see it pierce the armor, and you see like smoke starting to come up from it. It's taken a big hit, but it's not quite down yet. Back to the top of the order.
I need help!
Back to the top of the order, we have the junk droid on the left's turn. He just saw Matlu run in and then get a big fucking shot in, big axe hit in on the other droid. So he's going to level his axe or level his weapon at you, and he will roll to hit. Your armor class is 15. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Matt? I believe so.
Yep.
15 armor class. That is a 12.
Oh shit!
Plus 5.
I'm dead.
So plus 4, he hits the 16. You have not taken the damage yet, but he does hit, and he does 7 points of damage to you as well.
No!
This droid does 7 points of damage. You're down to 8 hit points. Matlu, Cert, you are down to 4 hit points. It is now Cert's turn. So Cert, you see the droid that shot you. Matlu went at it, hit it, and did a significant amount of damage. So that's the field as we lay now. What do you want to do?
I don't know what other real options I have besides like using my disruptor card. I mean, I have an unarmed strike as well.
Yeah. At level 1, you don't have too many other options.
Okay, so I'm just gonna take another shot with my disruptor.
Could he Could he eat his protein pack to regain some health?
If you would, if you want to do that, what I will allow.
He told me to write it down. I wrote it down. Damn it.
Me too.
Yeah, no, that is a good question. So what I will treat this as a health potion, like in D&D terms.
So you have an option,
what I will allow you to do is, as a bonus action, I will allow you to eat your protein pack, and you will regain 1d4. So like take your little triangle dice, Cert. On your turn, you like take out this protein pack, you eat some of the protein, roll that dice, and then add 2 to it. Add 2 to whatever you roll.
So 2 plus 2, so 4.
4. So you regain 4 hit points.
Yes.
All right.
You're at 4, so now you're at 8, and you still have the option to make an attack with your disruptor card.
I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna go for.
You're gonna attack the one that Matlu just attacked as well.
Yep.
Let's kill it.
Go for it.
14 plus
your weapon
plus 5.
Plus 5. 19. That definitely hits.
Yeah!
So you roll 1d8. So a d8 is the one that looks like a diamond.
Honeycomb. Kinda?
No, so that's a 12. So this is an 8. It almost looks like two pyramids stacked on top of each other.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Indeed. Roll that
6.
and then add 3. So 9 total damage to the one on the right that Matt Lou just struck. You shoot this thing and you hit it in the same slice that Matt Lou made in its armor. The acid seeps into the inside of this droid and it falls. There's one droid left on the left. The droid on the left has not taken a hit yet.
Zavu.
But it's now 3 versus 1. Zavu, it's your turn.
Scughole.
Lightsaber strike.
Okay. I'm just going to attack them. I'm going to go at them with the light
staff.
Saber.
Go for it. Roll your d20. It should tell you what you add to your attack as well.
Right. Light attack? No. Yeah, light attack plus 4, right? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
6.
6 total.
Damn you, Jedi.
6 total is not going to do it. So you go in, you have your staff out, you go in to make like a side strike at it, and it just kind of like stumbles backwards out of the way. You swing and miss. Right now, do you have anything that you can do as a bonus action?
Yeah. So I think what I'll do is, because I can do 2 bonus actions. Where are they?
Where are you guys seeing bonus actions?
Yeah.
The last time around, I actually could have did a cause harm, or I can lend aid. So let me see what's better.
So for
I can't cast anything now as a bonus action, right?
If you have, so what are your bonus actions?
So the bonus actions are cause harm or lend aid.
Cause harm.
As a feature, this is channel the force. Force casting. I don't know if this is.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Can I do something like that after as a bonus action or no?
What does cause harm? Right? What does cause harm say in terms of?
So cause harm is an action you can expend of your channel the force. To sap the life from a hostile creature you can see within 60 feet. That creature must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes necrotic damage. Now, would these guys even have necrotic damage? Equal to your guardian level plus your charisma modifier.
So for that, that you wouldn't be able to do that because that requires an action. So you could do anything that has like. That is only required as a bonus action.
Oh, that's an action. Okay, so here's what I was going to do anyway. So as a bonus action, you can expend a use of your channel the force and touch a beast or humanoid within 5 feet of you. I must be near Matt Lou because you went at them. Okay. Mm-hmm. That creature regains hit points equal to your guardian level, which is 1, plus your wisdom modifier, which is 2. Yeah, that's 3.
Okay, So yes, he would regain 3 hit points. So okay. Matt Lou, you see Zavu go in, swings at this droid and misses, but then leans over to you, seeing that you had taken damage, and he lays his hand on you, and you feel a warmth of the force kind of like slide into your body, and you regain 3 hit points.
Wow.
Thank you,
He's going to be a changed Ewok after
I love you.
Okay, so that's Zavu's turn. Matt Lou, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm keep swinging my axes.
Okay, so you walk back over to the droid that's still standing. Go ahead and make your attack.
This is the 20.
Yeah, roll your 20 and then add 4.
Oh, come on.
So 7 and 4, 11. Damn it.
11.
Damn it.
11 misses. 11 misses. But it's okay. So he reaches out, Matt Lou, you reach out with your axes to go swing. You like slide off of the metallic exoskeleton of this droid and do not quite land a hit. Back to the top of the order. So what you can do, Matt Lou, if you want to, you and Zavu, actually, here's what I'll do. I will give you advantage on this strike because I will say, since we're not using minis, that you guys have moved into a flanking position on this droid. So what advantage essentially means is that you get to roll twice and then take the higher roll of the two. So Matt, go ahead and roll another d20, another attack roll.
Oh my god. 5.
So your higher was 11. So you swing out and you still miss, but now you guys have this droid in flanking position, but it is the droid's turn again.
Fuck.
Now that you are both in melee combat with this droid, he cannot use his blaster rifle. He's being harried on both sides. So the droid
Shoot him, sir!
The droid takes out a vibro blade and sees as Zavu was the one to heal Matlu, he recognizes you as the more imminent threat right now. And he's going to make an attack on you with his vibro
Good luck,
blade.
new guy.
What is your armor class?
I believe it's 11.
Ooh.
Should be a little bit higher than that. I don't have your sheet. Do you have it?
You know what? I have. What
You
else
have
do I
armor,
with
but
me?
you may not have equipped it on your sheet. And I believe the armor that you have gave you is like +2 armor.
Let me look at my equipment here. Combat suit.
Okay.
11 plus dex modifier. So my dexterity modifier is 0. So 11.
Okay.
I have the gauntlets. But I mean, I don't know how you're working those or want to work those.
Let's see. Which gauntlets do you have?
They're the modified Stormtrooper gloves gauntlets. We didn't really discuss what those are. I mean, I was kind of thinking that they would be like Beskar or something, wrapped or something like that. But I think you said to keep it simple. So I didn't really go that far with those. Yeah, no, it's
all good.
So I think it's 11. Man, it's not a lot. I mean, I got robes on. You know what I mean? And clothes.
So we'll have to workshop your stuff a little bit. But right now, we'll treat it as an 11.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
That's a crit.
Holy damn!
So
our fucking droids are cheating.
These are good droids.
You said they were run down pieces of shit. That's why I wanted to attack.
So you take 8 damage from the vibro blade attack that he swings at you, cuts into your cloth.
Is Trevor dead? Or Zavu is dead?
No, because this is the first damage that Zavu's taken so far. So I don't believe that you're down yet.
No.
Okay. So remove your damage there. It is now Sir. You see the one droid go down that you took. You have you see the other droid is being harried on both sides, like in front and back, and you have a good angular shot to hit it, kind of like right on the profile of its body. If you want to take a shot,
can I have because I have +2 technology? Can I use that to find a weak point and shoot that on the droid?
Okay, yeah. So here's what I'll do. So you go ahead and make a technology check as a bonus action. If you roll a 15 or higher, I will allow you to roll this attack with advantage.
All right,
let me know.
No, 9.
9 plus 2 is 11. So you scope this thing up and you're very familiar with droids and they're making everything like that, but you can't quite see. I think what you notice is that the weak point of this droid is technically being obscured by Matlu standing in front of it. So go ahead and make your attack just a straight roll.
All right, here we go. Ooh, we got a 15.
15 plus 4 or plus 5 is a dirty 20. So that definitely hits. So go ahead and roll your 1d8 again, and then add 3 to it.
Come on!
It's for the win, for the kill. We got a 5
plus 3,
which is an 8.
8. So it takes 8 points of damage. You see that this thing is heavily damaged. You did a lot of damage. You can see that the arm and the armor around it, the angle that you hit it at, is starting to corrode heavily. You don't even know if it has full use of that arm anymore. You can see sparks shooting off of it. That comes to Matlu. It is actually no. It goes to Zavu. Zavu, it's your turn. You see that Cert has struck a good hit on this thing, and it's starting to look like it's not got much left on it. You can make your attack with advantage because you are flanking.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's me.
Yes,
You, Zavu.
Yes.
I'm waiting here. I'm like, oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, Zavu, it's your turn.
Okay.
So you can make your lightsaber attack with advantage, or if there's any other thing that you would like to do, you can do that.
No, I think I'm just going to go at him with the lightsaber again.
Okay.
I realize I have 12 light save DC. What is that? I mean,
So
is
that light save DC is your spell. Like when I was asking, like, what's your spell save DC? That's what that is. So it's not 16, it's 12, but that's fine. For this time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead and make your lightsaber attack.
Okay.
Go.
This is this plus it's wisdom, right?
Wisdom plus proficiency, I believe.
Wisdom.
So you should be adding, like, I don't have your sheet, but what's your wisdom? Like, what's your plus to wisdom? Actually, no. When you're attacking with your lightsaber, you attack using your strength. So what's your strength score?
Strength. Okay. Also plus 2.
Okay, so yeah, so you add plus 4.
Do we kill these dickheads yet?
20,
Almost.
21.
21 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah, come on, Zavu.
We don't even need a whole lot.
That's the wrong
And you're
piece,
using the tech staff. Correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Is that a D10, right?
That is let's see. Damage is actually it's 4. It's 2d4. Tech staff is tech
2d4.
blade. That's what you have, right? Is tech blade?
Staff. Well, I don't know. Is there a staff? I don't know what we
No,
picked.
yeah. Okay, yeah. You have tech. Yeah. So it's 2d4
2d4.
plus your
Oops, sorry.
plus your strength.
Yeah, nice. 7, 9.
9 points of damage. You guys see that Zavu standing behind this thing takes his blade, does like a spin flourish, and cuts it straight in half.
Yeah!
nice.
Yum nom!
Cuts it in half. So you guys are out of combat now. The loading dock for the ship is already open. Like you guys can walk up. As this goes off, as the battle finishes, you hear in the spaceport, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I knew it.
No,
The
the
alarm goes
klaxon's
off.
going off. Damn it, Zavu!
You
Hey, I wanted
guys,
to stealth it up, guys.
you guys now have free reign
We're like
to
half
enter
dead.
the craft.
Yes, go.
You guys have free reign to enter the craft. I'm going to send you something in the chat right now. This is going to be the ship stats.
Oh boy.
As you guys run onto the ship, you are met with a you see as you run up the ship, it's a pretty large ship. It's an Imperial like patrol craft, holds 4 people. It can hold easily, like it was built to hold 8 people, but this one has been heavily modified to have 3 individual quarters. So there's 3 rooms for all of you, and as you all run up the dock or the landing platform into the ship, you guys see a droid in there, and like you guys are running past, and as you run past, you can hear it like trying to introduce itself to you, but you know that there's no time for introductions right now. You got to get the fuck out of here. So you guys enter the ship. Cert, you run to the bridge, you take the pilot's seat. And as you guys are like acquainting yourself, Matlu and Zavu, you take quick stock of the ship itself. You know that there are 2 gunner's seats in this ship as well.
I got
Nice.
one. Shotgun.
So Matlu, you run up, so you get to where the gunner seats are, and they go up and down, just like on the Millennium Falcon. You got 1 above, 1 below. So
Don't get cocky, kid.
Matlu, you run, you slide down the ladder to the lower one. Zavu, you can make your way up to the top one.
Furry butt.
did everybody see the ship stats that I sent in the chat?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, y'all have it open?
Got it.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So I need you guys settle in. Cert and Cert, you sit down at the pilot seat. As you sit down at the pilot seat, the droid that was kind of like on the ship comes down and sits next to you in the co-pilot seat. He says, "Hello there. I am F." Okay, hold on. I gotta get the name back up because you guys now have
FUCK321.
you guys now have a little droid companion.
Yes.
So you guys get on the ship. This droid sits down next to you. It has dark chrome armor, like dark chrome, like exoskeleton that it's built out of.
Cool.
It has like a dark ruby red visor. You recognize this as an RA7 protocol droid. It's an older droid from like the Imperial era. It's basically an RA7 protocol droid. Y'all can look this up. You've definitely seen them around in different Star Wars properties and stuff like that. But the droid looks over at you in an attempt to introduce itself and says, "Hello there. I am FRA 7825, but you may call me Frey. How can I assist you today?"
Go for it, sir.
All right, he's asking
You're
me
the
that.
pilot, homie.
He's talking to you, Cert, as you're like rushing, like you're like, "Oh my God, okay." You're sitting down, you're at the pilot seat, you're ready to go. This droid comes up and sits next to you and identifies itself. He says you can call it Frey. Do you say anything, or are you just like, "Fuck it, let's go"?
Put the shields up. I'm gonna get us into a place where we can jump.
Yes, sir. Shields are activated. Cert, I need you to make a piloting check for me.
All right.
So the D20 and then add +2.
D20 and add 2. All right. 13. So 15.
15. You sit down. You've flown a lot of crafts in your day before. This one is no different. This is a very basic
Right.
craft.
It's
You-
basic crap.
you
Frey.
pull up. The ship starts to take off vertically out of the spaceport hangar. You guys clear it with no issue, and you take off into space. As you guys are pushing off into space, you see behind you a single manned fighter start to come around the crest of the planet to follow behind. Now what I need you to do, so everybody here, we are going to enter a ship combat round.
Okay.
The way that ship combat works is there's no initiative that's rolled individually. The ships will roll, like you guys don't have to roll initiative individually. The ships will roll initiative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll for the ship now, and it adds a plus.
Big money, big money, big money.
Jared, you can roll initiative for your ship, and what I want you to do is add your initiative bonus plus your piloting bonus.
Okay, so my
Whatever you roll.
piloting is +2. My initiative is
Your initiative is +3, so you add a +5 to this.
all right. I'm rolling a 20.
Yes.
Oh, 19 +5. So we got
19 plus
24.
5. 24. So you guys act first. Now, the way that ship combat works, I have modified this a little bit from the official system. The official system that we're using, by the way, is Star Wars 5e. It's a D&D supplement that was made by Star Wars community members. You can find it at sw5e.com. So, what we're going to do now is, Cert, I need you to make a piloting check. What this piloting check does is this affects how effective your other crew members are going to be on their turn. So go ahead and roll a piloting check for me.
All right. We've got, oh man, a 5 +2, so it's a 7.
7. Okay. So on this turn, the you're taking off, the ship is following behind you, and as of right now, you guys are starting to kind of get your way out, but like you're going a little bit slower than you would like. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move to the gunners. So Matt Lou, while you're here first, so we're going to allow you to make your gunner attack.
Let's do it
on this ship. So how your gunner attack works, I will also share that with you. I believe it's on the ship thing as well. So what you are going to do, Matt, is you're going to roll a d20 and you're going to add 4 to it.
Okay. 22.
22 definitely hits. So I want you to roll. I want you to roll 1d4 and then add your and then add 2 or 1d6 and add 2 to it. So the square one, not the triangle.
Square. Okay.
Square.
Add how much?
Add 2.
7.
7. So you do 7 point. You fire, like you get it behind the gunner seat. You track this ship. You get it right in your scopes. You fire and you do 7 points of hull damage to this ship directly. Nice. You also, on your turn, Matt Lou, you can make an attack with the missile if you would like to.
Yeah, hell yeah, I would.
You can fire off your missile tube. You check the missile tube, and you're like, all right, this thing's loaded and ready to go.
Let's go.
So you can roll another d20 and also add 4.
19.
19 hits. Now you roll 1d10 and then add 3. The d10 is the one that kind of looks like a spindle.
There's 2 of them?
There are 2 of them, yeah. One of them has like 60, 70, stuff like that. One of them just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So you want me to do the 1 through 10 then, right?
Yeah. Okay. Either one's fine. But
I'm guessing it would be a 7 then. Is what I rolled. 7
plus 3?
Yeah, so 10.
So 10 total damage. So in one round, Matt Lou, you do 17 damage to this ship. And you could tell, like, this pilot is like, he may be rethinking his choice to come at you guys.
Yeah, you're ripping them up.
So you do 17 points of damage. Okay. Zavu, perfect timing. You come back. There's a ship on your tail. You see Matt Lou has successfully fired his laser weapons and also fired the ship's missile tube at it. You can also make an attack with your gun. You go ahead and you roll a d20 and add 4 to what you roll.
Okay. Is there anything we can tell about this ship, or am I reading too much?
Single man fighter. You think that this is just a ship that is literally patrolling the skies around this area.
Patrol ship. Okay.
Patrol ship.
What is it? What's my modifier?
You add +4.
8.
8 misses.
Yikes.
That's okay. So you guys have gone, and then on Frey's turn, Frey is also kind of in this combat action.
Yeah,
says,
Frey.
Oh, I've realized that you fired the missile tubes. Let me reload this for you.
Yes.
And he will use his turn to reload the missile tube. So that is, your turn is done. And now it is the pursuing ship's turn. The pursuing ship will take a shot at you guys. All right. He is also adding a +4 to his damage. 12 plus 4 is 16. Your ship's armor class is 15. So it does hit, but you also have shields up. So it does a measly 3 points of shield damage. 3 points of damage to your shields. So your shields now go from 30 to 27, but you guys are looking healthy.
Nothing.
All right. As he does that, as he takes a shot at you guys, it goes back around to your turn, Jared. What that allows is, so you now move 300, you can move 350 feet ahead. So you guys pull ahead of the ship just with the natural speed of your craft. Go ahead and roll your d20 for your piloting check.
13 plus, I forgot piloting. +2.
13 plus 5. Yeah, and you add your proficiency bonus as well. Oh wait, no, yeah, that was
So
okay.
just plus piloting.
Yeah, so we're so you got 15, right? 15, perfect. All right, so you are starting to like make some headway for this craft. You can see that with that roll, like you pull some maneuvers on him, and he's starting to fall back in terms of how far away from you he is. Matlu, that goes back around to you for your turn. You can again, you have access to the gunner and the missile tube.
Straight. Fire both.
Go ahead and make your D20 roll and add 4 for your laser shot.
Oh shit, I can't do the math. 23?
23.
Yeah.
23. So you rolled a 19.
Yes.
19 on the dice. Okay, fantastic. That definitely hits. So go ahead and roll 1d6 and add 2.
Sweet.
6 on that one.
6 plus 2 is 8. You see as you strike out with that shot, you hit this thing again, and you see one of its engines starts to fire, starts to come out, starts to spark. This guy, he assesses the situation, and you see him peel off. He's no longer following you guys. You guys are out of combat, and you continue off onto into space without being harried anymore.
All right.
So here's the situation.
Nice. Can we make the jump?
You calculate, you talk to Frey, you tell Frey, calculate the jump to light speed. Frey acknowledges.
Punch it, Frey.
Frey asks, destination, please.
Tatooine, Frey.
Yes, sir. And you see him lean over to control pad up towards the top, punches in some numbers. Says, calculations already, and he pushes forward the hyperspace knob. Boom! You guys take off. As you enter hyperspace, you're looking out into like inky black darkness with just like little dots of light. And as the ship enters hyperspace, those small points of white light pull out into long streaks of white as your ship rockets off into hyperspace on the way to Tatooine. Right now, you guys know you've successfully stolen this ship, but you know it's going to be out on the HoloNet. You guys just got into a fight with a single-man fighter. It's going to be out there on the HoloNet. You also know that whoever ship this is knows it's stolen. Matlu and Cert, you've been in this situation before. You know you have to get in touch with a slicer to get the transponder codes on this vehicle changed and the vehicle identifier codes changed as well. More than likely, once you get to Tatooine, Rayla will have somebody that you can link up with to get that done. Probably also a good idea to change the physical appearance of this thing. So bring this thing to a paint shop, get some stuff done to it.
Chop.
You've got your ship, you're into hyperspace on your way to Tatooine, and that's the end of our session 0.
Nice.
Hey, look at that.
That's great.
Congratulations,
Right
guys.
Does anybody need any healing, or do we think we're good for the rest and everybody will be okay when we come back?
Yeah, so now that you guys are in hyperspace, you know that you probably just have like a pretty short, Bandamere and Tatooine are both in the Outer Rim. You probably have like a 1 or 2 day journey in hyperspace before you get there. So you'll have plenty of time to go have a long rest, no healing needed. Like I said, as you familiarize yourself with this vessel, you can see that it's an IPv1 modified system patrol craft, but there are some heavy modifications on it. So the hull has been reinforced with plating, which increases your ship's armor class. You have an aftermarket edition of a shield on it, which would not have been there prior, because Imperial system patrol crafts don't have shields by default. It's installed with a Class 3 hyperdrive, which again is an aftermarket edition. And the interior of this ship has been modified to have 3 rooms, 3 very nice rooms. All of the rooms inside of the ship have refresher stations in them.
We don't have to share a room anymore, Matlu.
Damn.
No more
we
shared
can't
rooms.
Spoon.
I mean, you guys can definitely choose to sleep together if you want to.
There's always Frey also.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, so each of you have your own. Each of you have your own individual rooms. You have your own individual refresher stations. Each of them comes with a nice sized bed that gives you plenty of room. And each of them also have a HoloNet station in there.
Ooh.
So you guys have access to the HoloNet if you so choose. It's short range HoloNet, so it's not going to be long range HoloNet that you would have on core worlds or even more expensive crafts. But you do have short range holocom channels that you can monitor. And you also have the ability to plug in your holocom to these holodecks and have like a little bit of a better like workstation, I guess you would say.
Cool.
You have your ship, you have your destination, and our new crew is off to Tatooine to see what awaits them next.
We gotta name the ship next time.
Next time, yeah, that's one thing that you guys are going to need to come up with a new vehicle identifier. You're going to somebody's going to have to change your transponder codes. You can figure out what color you want to paint it, all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
So there we go.
That was awesome.
Very cool.
Congratulations on stealing your ship. This will also bring everybody up to level 2. So everybody has gone from level 1 to level 2. You can do the level up on your character sheets on Star Wars 5e, SW5e.com. If
So
you
it looks
guys
like
have
you need to add 300 points to increase a level, by the way.
Yeah, so you just go in when you do your level up. So basically, you go to your character sheet, you go to right where it says like, right under your name, you just click that bar and you say add, you do add, and you add 300 points, and that will level you up to 2. Nice. And then when you do that, it should
it looks like we can
need to roll a few things.
Increase hit points, maybe.
Yeah, so what you can do is now that you've leveled up to you can hit manage class levels, and then you can like increase, it says view class details, number of levels in this class. You can change that from 1 to 2. Hit points. I think you can do like basically the way that will work hit points is all of you will roll your hit points right now. Okay. And the way that you roll your hit points is you roll your hit dice. So on your character sheet, it should say what your hit dice is. For Cert, it is a D10. For Matlu, it's a D12. And then for Zavu, I don't have your sheet in front of me, but you are a Guardian. You are a D10. So what I need you guys to do is roll each of those individual dice and then add your Constitution modifier to it. And that's how many hit points you gain.
So I'm rolling a 10, you said?
You are rolling a 10. Zavu's rolling a 10. Matlu's rolling a 12. So tell me what you guys got.
From me. I got a 9.
I got a 3.
So you got a 9 after you added your Constitution.
Well, I gotta do that. Where's the Constitution at?
Oh, wait a minute. +2 on Constitution. That's not the saving throw, right? That's just +2 on Constitution.
Yeah, the Constitution modifier.
Yep. So that's 9. Yep.
So I'm 6 total.
Okay, so you add 6 total. So we'll see here how this works. So we'll add 6. So like in the hit points section, right next to like the one that's grayed out, just add whatever number that you rolled.
Right.
And then it'll also tell you like what you gain if you gain anything. So you hit continue. And then you don't have any more points to add in terms of like your skills and abilities. That doesn't
I can
come
add tech powers.
Yes. So now that you now have tech powers that you can unlock. So what you can do is like, kind of go through and see what tech powers you want to add. Let's see here. And then it should allow you to, let's see, I'm looking at your sheet now. Before cert. Yeah, you should be able to add, let's see. You are a...
Hell yeah, I went up to 24 total hit points for that shit.
There you go. Getting tankier. That's your dealio.
Yeah, I didn't get to add any, like he gets tech. I didn't get any option like that, but my hit points went way up. So what you get, Cert, is you get tech casting and you get to choose a fighting style. Basically what tech casting is kind of similar to what Zavu can do with the Force. So you can have like powers that you learn from like your tech abilities and stuff. So you can, at this point, you can choose four tech powers, first level tech powers. So 4 tech powers that are level 1, and you have 2 tech points that you can use in battle. So that means that you can use like 2 tech abilities per day in combat or something else. So you guys can you can look at that. You don't have to decide now, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can go through that and look at the tech powers that you may want to choose. You also have the ability to choose a fighting style, which should allow you to choose that one.
I didn't get
when
to
you get
choose
to the level.
shit.
You got extra HP though.
Everybody got extra HP.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's all I got is hit points. You guys getting all this other shit to do.
Actually,
you chose the
let me
Ewok.
see.
Fighting style.
Berserker. So what you get is reckless attack and Berserker's instinct. So Matt, at level 2 now,
where's that show up?
reckless.
Like,
yeah, I know.
Is that something I would see, or is it you just?
It should update it on your character sheet, and if it doesn't, then I'll.
I don't even know where to look, I guess, is my question.
Yeah. So, I'll tell you what it is, but like if you go here, this is just like the base class of Berserker, and then I'll link the other 2 as well. Like the base class stats or the base class stuff for Scout is here, and then the base class for Guardian is here. So what you guys can do is like, for example, if you open up that link, Matt, and you scroll down to like the big table where it says like first level, second level, all that stuff. That's what you gain at each level. Okay. So reckless attack and Berserker's instinct. So basically, if you scroll down this sheet, reckless attack basically means that like on your, like when you're attacking, like you can choose to attack the target with advantage. So you would be able to roll twice and take the higher roll. But when they attack you, they also go to attack you with advantage.
Got you. Okay.
So it's kind of like you go in hard, but like you expose yourself to like a more efficient attack.
That's not necessarily anything I would see reflected on my character sheet.
There, like I would imagine that would fall under your character sheet on like your abilities and stuff like that.
Features maybe.
Features, yeah, like features like rage, like where it says like rage, unarmored defense. Yeah. It should fall into that little section there. I would imagine.
Well. I trust it did something.
Yeah. So I mean that's one thing I like. If you guys export your character sheets again now that you've leveled up and send them to me, I can look at them and see if there's anything.
Should we heal our guys back to the new full health?
You can heal yourselves back up to full.
All right.
Yes. So Matt, you have that ability now that you can choose to use on any attack that you make, reckless attack, and then on Berserker's.
Real quick, Nick.
Yeah.
Is that like I don't see that on the character sheet? So is that
so
something
maybe,
I should just write down or
what?
No.
The reckless attack.
Yeah, like because
so
under weapons, I just see
under the lightning, because that's where all my force casting is. It's not underneath.
Yeah, see, I don't.
Let me see. I'm just like quickly making
Under
a class.
weapons. I just have tech axe and unarmed strike.
Yeah,
it's probably going to be under features or under the. I mean, that's tech casting and force casting.
Oh yeah,
so
their reckless attack showed up under features, but
yeah, so that's what it would be under then. I'm just trying
it just describes it to me. It doesn't like list.
That's what you have to do. Yeah, you kind of have to like remember.
Okay. Yeah.
Like when you're going into it, it's like, oh, I have reckless attack, so I'm going to do a reckless attack, and
it's not
just kind of learn your figure, your character, and what they do over time.
Jared, if you need to leave, you can probably go at this point if you have to. But
yeah, at this point, it's just like we're just kind of like going through level up stuff and everything like that. So if you need a bounce,
I'm actually I'm sending you over my new